Ooh, said some guy I don't know. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? We're all good? Good. Good, great. Oh my God, I did not get a good look at this crowd. You are beautiful. I mean it. Oh my God. How many of you are Norwegian? Like, I'm serious. Oh, that is like more hands than I've ever seen about Norwegian in my life. I brought a Norwegian tonight. I did. My girlfriend is Norwegian. She's here. She didn't raise her hand. She's ashamed, I guess. She's one of those self-hating Norwegians. But that's okay. I won't point her out because I want her to still love me. We recently, we moved in together. That's exciting, right? Like, that's like marriage now, moving in together. It's essentially the same thing. So it's great. It's great. I've been domesticated in so many small ways. Now I have cups in my house that are just for looking at. They're wonderful. They sit on top of the books I'll never read. And there's just so many other things I have now. Plants. Never thought I'd own plants. I never thought I'd have plants as a situation in my house. Never thought I'd have a thing that I was responsible for the life of that couldn't tell me I needed to feed it. And I love her reasoning for these plants, because she's like, that's the basil, and that's the plant that keeps the basil company. But I used to live a lot like a bachelor before she moved in with me. It was great. Like, bachelor living is pretty great if you're a disgusting human being. Like, first of all, not to put an image in your head, but I did everything naked. It was wonderful. Like, I'd get through the door and I'd get naked. It was, because who cares? It's you by yourself. So like, you know, I would sleep naked, eat naked, cook naked, learn not to cook bacon naked. It was wonderful. I was such like a lonely, disgusting piece of crap that I developed new ways of eating bad food. Like loneliness pizza. It's where you cook an entire frozen pizza, but you don't bother to cut it because you're not going to share it and there won't be leftovers. It's just you eating that sad wheel of despair all by yourself. And you sit at your one piece of furniture, which is your bed / desk / chair / home entertainment system. And like you're like eating and watching old episodes of Breaking Bad, and you fall asleep, and you wake up in the middle of the night, and you're like, oh God, I'm so disgusted. Oh, thank God this pizza is still waiting for me. Just flick the bits of carpet off of it. But it's great, it's great. I'm from Buffalo. Yeah? Didn't think so. Nope. Because there's two things that happen when you're from Buffalo. First of all, you move. Second of all, you don't admit it. Not readily in front of a crowd of people like, Buffalo? No, I'm from Toronto area. Canadian, I don't understand your legal system at all. No, it's fine, it's fine. But the worst part is I grew up on a farm outside of Buffalo, like, so it's like, I just can't say anything good about where I grew up. It was like super rural. I had a super Christian conservative family. Christian conservative rural. It's like the trifecta of NASCAR. It's like the holy trinity that develops NASCAR fans. It was wonderful. Let me tell you how rural I was. And you're not going to believe this. You're going to think I'm lying, but this is a true sentence of something that happened in my life. I left the shovel in the field. My dad ran over it with the tractor. He told me Jesus was disappointed in me. God damn it, I wish I was making that up. I wish that wasn't true, but it's absolutely 100% true that this is the world I come from. My dad's super conservative. We used to listen to Rush 3 hours a day. I didn't know that Rush was a band until I went to college. It was Rush Limbaugh. That's all it was. You know, I ate dinner watching O'Reilly every night. Now I can't really enjoy meals unless I hear an Irishman calling someone a whore. It was just the world I was from. It was fine. My dad loved guns. Bought me a gun every year for my birthday. 13th birthday, David, what do you want? Oh, Bill Cosby album. That's great. On my birthday, I get a gun. It's like, great, you didn't hear anything I said. That's all right. It's what you wanted for my birthday, so I'm happy with it. I remember one time I was visiting back home, and we were at church, and he was wearing a blazer. And I said, when did you start wearing blazers? You're not really a blazer guy. And he pulls back. He's like, when I started carrying a gun to church. Who? Who are you ready for? same question. I was like, who are you preparing for? He's like, wild animals. His actual answer, wild animals. I said, what wild animal is going to come up to my church, be like, get through the front door, another door I have to get a latch off of, get in, walk into the congregation. You know I came to fight. I went through 2 sets of doors. He tells me mountain lions. That was his actual answer.
Oh my God.
A year later, a study came out that said mountain lions were extinct. I said, Dad, I emailed it to him. I was like, what do you think of that? 2 seconds later, I get an email back, because of course he can use the internet, and it says wolves. It's great. He's a great man. He told me about one time he went into Buffalo, into the wilds of the city. They call that the city where they're from. He said he went into Buffalo, and he's like, guy walks up to me, African-American gentleman, asks me where Elm Street is. I put my hand on my hip where my gun is. I say, I don't know. He says, thanks, and walks away. I was like, I'm waiting for the end of the story. I was like, all you've told me is that you almost murdered a guy for asking directions. It's okay. It's okay. It's how we were. We were adorably racist. I didn't meet a black kid till I was 12 years old. So like when we did finally meet a black person, we were all like excited because we just knew them from TV. So we were like, oh my God, are you good at rapping? Can you play football really well? And the motherfucker was great at all of it. Like that kid, he lived up to the hype, big time. Like he would just like, finish rapping a set, drop the mic, do a touchdown, go ahead and slam dunk or whatever they do. And so I moved to Harlem and I thought everybody there was gonna be a superhero, and they weren't. That's okay. It's okay to be where you're from. One time my dad said to me he wanted to go on a trip, take me on a trip. He wanted to like go for a ride. And I was like, all right, I'm like 110 pounds and I know all the words to Labyrinth. So yeah, if I'm gonna jump on my opportunities to bond with this man. So we're in the car and I was like, where are we going, Dad? And he's like, oh, we're gonna go vote. I was like, okay, I didn't know there was an election. Who are we voting for? Oh, this guy, I know, he's real good, just vote for him. I was like, I don't know anything about his platform. Can you tell me anything about it? He's like, no, just vote for him, he's good, he's pro-horse. And like a second filled the cab of the F-350 he drives. And I said to him, does that mean that there's someone out there who's anti-horse? Like the anti-horse platform. And he doesn't even, again, take a beat. He's like, oh yeah, liberals. I was like, you're gonna have to explain that. And he just thinks for a second, chews his lip, and he's like, pollution. They don't like the way that horses crap. I don't know. I still love him. You gotta love him. Let me leave you on this one, guys. Gay marriage was passed, and everybody has a joke about it, right? Have you heard a lot of gay marriage jokes tonight? Yeah? You ready for one more? Huh? Got this engine primed? Look at the guy in the pink shirt. He's excited. Oh my God, wake up, you're at a comedy show. What is that? You got a Red Bull in front of you. You have no excuse. All right. This one's for you, guy. So gay marriage was passed. This next joke will make more sense if you're from the 1920s. Now when someone tells me that they're a confirmed bachelor, I know that they're just bad with people. Oh my God, are we serious? Nobody knows what a confirmed bachelor is? Oh, fuck. That was my ringer, guys. Oh, what do I do now? This is where my 4 years of college education in theater comes in handy, and I just do some jazz hands for you. Right? Okay, so that's okay. I can't get a decent job. What, you went to theater school too? Because you were ready with those jazz hands. Oh, you're a dancer. Oh, the second most useless college education you can get. That's wonderful. What's your job? Oh, you're a dance teacher, because that's what you do with your dance degree. You dance for 4 years and then you break. Your body breaks, and then you become a dance teacher. That's wonderful. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Thanks very much. Y'all have a good night.